Hey guys, welcome to the show. This is Daniel Lorenzo-Mendy, and this is my podcast. Today I want to address this show talking about Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro recently published this video that I saw on YouTube. It was about the White House and this influencer, TikToker named Benny Drama. And I think it was very unfortunate. I think Ben dropped the ball. I respect Ben because I think he's a very knowledgeable guy. That doesn't mean I agree with everything he says, but I think he's very knowledgeable, highly educated, very articulated. But this time, I think he dropped the ball. So let's start with the videos, and you can be the judge. Tell me what you think in the comments. Leave me some comments and say if you support Shapiro, if you think he did good, or if you think he actually dropped the ball a little bit and went maybe too far. Ben, if you're listening, I would say I think you even owe an apology to this guy. So let's start with the videos, and I'll comment on all of these instances.
Is Olivia Rodrigo still here?
We've vaccinated 160 million Americans. Are you getting this all down?
Don't worry, Queen. It's all right here.
What in the actual...
Okay, let's start with the basic thing. Yes, this video is not the usual video that you see from the White House. It's not like a professional setting with reporters and the president or the press secretary. This was completely informal. This is for TikTok. This is based catering an audience that is looking more for entertainment. And people are tired of the pandemic. People are tired of the pandemic and COVID news. So you have to find a creative, different, alternate method, medium, or channel to reach this audience. How are you gonna reach young people on TikTok that are just looking to be entertained during a pandemic? So I don't see nothing wrong with that, but I want to say that right away. Ben presented this like a black and white video. Like, look at how it starts. It's like doctored, so this is definitely edited to present it like in black and white.
Is Olivia Rodrigo still here?
We've vaccinated 160 million Americans. Are you getting this?
So anyway, that's right off the bat the first thing that I want to say. Like, this is not a bad initiative. This is about saving lives. So anything the White House can do right now, Jen Psaki, their communications team, influencers, whoever can help right now, that is a good thing. That shouldn't be criticized. And the fact that you start the video, Ben, with this black and white video, I don't know, like your segment with the black and white video, that's questionable. Like, what are you trying to do, man? Let's go to the next video.
Okay.
Speaking of people losing their absolute ever-loving mind, the White House has now decided that it is necessary to team up with TikTok stars to encourage people to get vaccinated. Because if there's one group of people that I would say rural Trump voters love, it is TikTok stars. Love them. They're so into it.
Okay, I get it. I get your sarcasm. Yeah, the Trump supporters are gonna, listen into Fox and not this TikToker. Okay, I get that. I'll give you that point right there. But I'll say this too. You may think this TikToker doesn't cater to that audience, but at the same time, you picked it up and you made a whole show about it. So now the whole Trump supporter base is definitely gonna know about this video because of you. So one way or another, the message is getting out. It's getting across. And, the fact that they're trying something different in the middle of a pandemic, I think that's fine. So let's move on to the next video.
The White House has enlisted an eclectic army of more than 50 Twitch streamers, YouTubers, TikTokers, and the 18-year-old pop star Olivia Rodrigo, all of them with enormous online audiences. By the way, I would love to see a study to see how much it costs. Like, for each vaccination, how much is this actually costing?
That's totally, stupid. Like, honestly, Ben, this is not about how much it's going to cost to save a life. Man, right now, there's a clear priority. The country is dying. We have over 600,000 deaths in the United States in roughly like a year and a half or so. And they're like already estimating that maybe 100,000 more are going to die within the next couple of months until, by the end of the year. So I don't care if this is going to cost, like a couple of $1 million or whatever it is. They have to come up with something. I'm pretty sure most of the country will agree that at this point, we have to do whatever we can do to save lives. That's a good thing. That's not to criticize. Let's go to the next one.
I don't know who this YouTube influencer is, this TikTok influencer. Frankly, I don't really want to know? I guess this is a person. I'm looking it up right now. It's a person named Benny Drama.
That is so petty. That is so petty and so ridiculous, Ben. You say, oh, I don't know who this YouTuber is or this person is. Like, frankly, like, I don't want to know. Let me play it again. Listen to this, guys. Like, this is so petty and so ridiculous, and I'll tell you why.
I don't know who this YouTube influencer is, this TikTok influencer. Frankly, I don't really want to know. I guess this is a person. I'm looking it up right now.
You know, you're such a hypocrite, Ben. You say, oh, I don't know who this person is, and frankly, I don't want to know. You are making a freaking show. Like, you're making a freaking show on this guy. If there's anything, more stupid than that, just tell me what it is, because it seems very, very dishonest and hypocritical. That you would say that you don't care who the guy is, like in some form of petty way. I don't need to know, but you're making bank. You're making some bank, based on this video. Because I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a lot of views and you get paid for this kind of content. So, it's not important to know who he is, but it's important enough for you to make a video, huh? Such a stupid thing, man. Number 5.
Get to pay for.
Hi, my name is Cooper, and this is a day in my life as a White House intern.
We did a joke. Hey everyone. But okay.
This is actually the entrance to the West Wing. This is so fun, and it's really prestigious.
Hey POTUS. Is Olivia Rodrigo still here?
No. We've come a long way in our fight against this virus. We've vaccinated 160 million Americans. Are you getting this all down?
Don't worry, Queen. It's all right here.
And then.
That's the actual video. That's the actual original video almost entirely. There was something missing at the end, because at the end you have the influencer saying, after Jen says that, we've vaccinated over 160 million Americans, the influencer Benny says, oh, we need to get all these people vaccinated, over the phone to someone, like, he's talking to somebody. And, Ben is like, and then what? And then what? And then what? You make a show and you help them. You are, Ben, this is so funny because it seems like you are working for the White House right now. The only thing is that you're not on payroll, but you're amplifying this video. You're amplifying the TikToker. You're amplifying Jen Psaki's message. So at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, you are part of the strategy. Right now, you are helping to relay this message to your own hundreds of thousands of followers and Trump supporters and GOP supporters that, follow you. So at the end of the day, that was actually good. So let's go to the next clip.
So, yeah, when we're talking about the groups least likely to be vaccinated in America by poll statistics, it is people who identify as Republicans and Black and Hispanic Americans. I'm just wondering, is this Benny Drama character like super popular among either rural Trump voters and Tucker Carlson watchers, or Black Americans living in the inner city?
So this is completely, speculating at this point if it's going to reach the audience or not, because like, you don't know. And it's also assuming that the audience that this person actually caters to, like, doesn't need the message. Like, is everybody vaccinated among TikTokers? Come on, man. It's just, I understand your point. So I'll say I'll give you that one. Maybe, if you want to cater to like the Latin, Hispanic, I should say Hispanic segment, Blacks and Trump followers, GOP followers, Republicans. Maybe you want to consider other influencers, but I don't know the mix that they have. Maybe they have other influencers on the payroll that are actually going to cater more to that kind of market. I'm not sure. So that's something that, that's maybe a good follow-up question for the White House. Look at it this way. Trump was a master at manipulating the media. He would create all these, scandals and issues, and people would be talking, and he would gain. He would make a profit and a living off of all of this. So maybe Jen Psaki and the White House, maybe they're playing out out of the Trump playbook. Maybe they actually put this video out there. Okay, it's gonna be entertaining, it's gonna be funny, but we know, like, the right is gonna go bonkers. They're gonna go nuts. They're gonna go crazy. So the fact that you think it doesn't cater to the right target audience doesn't mean that it won't. So it is what it is. Let's go to the next clip right now.
Like, who's the core audience for Benny Drama and I don't want to assume anybody's gender here. I have no idea. I guess he identifies as he. So I can. That's exciting, actually. Frankly, I'm excited because I knew that was a man. So now that I get to say that that's a man, that's exciting. That's the society we now live in. So I can say he without being banned on Twitter or Facebook. That's exciting.
That's the society we're now living in. Really, Ben? For real? You mean a society in which you get to shame somebody based on their dressing style? Because the person is using a skirt? And you think he's a man, so he should be wearing maybe some pants? Come on, what kind of prejudice is this? That seems coming a little bit out of some sort of phobia.
Like, who's the core audience for Benny Drama and his, her, sure? I don't want to assume anybody's gender.
His, her, like the pronouns. Why do you have to bring that up? Well, how is that even relevant to the vaccine argument and discussion, to the vaccines debate? Again, you're making this personal, and I think it's just coming out of some sort of prejudice because it's not even relevant to the discussion. Let's see the next video clip because this gets a little bit worse. You'll see.
So he apparently donning his skirt and also long white nails and making ridiculous jokes with Jen Psaki. That's going to convince millions of people to get vaccinated as well.
Kind of a low class kind of argument and jab for no reason, shaming the influencer. That message is pretty much going to be a failure. Why? Because this influencer is a man wearing a skirt and long fake nails. So in Ben Shapiro's mind, a person that wears fake nails and a skirt cannot relay an important message to a target audience because it's going to fail. If that's not prejudice, man, then what it is? Completely, crossing a bunch of lines there. Let's go to the next clip because this is still not over.
Also, you will notice that neither this person nor Jen Psaki are wearing masks. Yes, well, in close proximity with one another.
Okay, so they're not wearing masks. And I recently came across a video of himself participating with Bill Maher. And on the show, he was debating somebody. I don't even remember. I think it was about critical race theory, and that was the subject. So tell me if he was wearing a mask.
Answer this first.
Thank you. I appreciate it. A couple of quick things. One, 40,000 people did not assault the Capitol. Okay, that's just factually inaccurate. There were maybe 1,000 people. That is not making light.
So you can definitely see right there that I don't know what was the status of the mask mandate when Ben Shapiro filmed that show with Bill Maher, in which he's not using a mask either. So let's go to the next clip because, like I said, this is still not over. It was a bunch of disastrous phrases one after the other. So let's go to the next one.
Again, I'm so glad. I'm sorry, our country's so stupid. Like we're beyond the point of return. I think we may be done.
This is about saving lives. This is a sad thing. The White House is trying to partner with people to save lives. And we have Ben Shapiro out here just shaming an influencer who's trying to help the country to save lives because the person is using a skirt and has long nails and, maybe a different hairstyle and maybe a completely different lifestyle than Ben Shapiro's, lifestyle. This is so petty, so unnecessary. Shame on you, Ben. Like, I think I'm going to say it again. I think you owe an apology to this person. Let's go to the next clip.
What should convince you to get a vaccine is a pretty simple fact, which is that for virtually everybody in the United States, the chances of getting COVID and then dying from COVID are significantly higher than the chances of getting a serious adverse effect and dying from a vaccine. That's true for pretty much everyone as far as the data are concerned.
Finally, he says something good. Finally, he addresses the fact that if you catch, COVID, you're going to have real consequences, including maybe death, and that the adverse effects by getting the vaccine, the possibility is very low. So at the end of the day, he finally said something good. It was so good that I'm going to play it again. Let's check that again.
What should convince you to get a vaccine is a pretty simple fact, which is that for virtually everybody in the United States, the chances of getting COVID and then dying from COVID are significantly higher than the chances of getting a serious adverse effect and dying from a vaccine. That's true for pretty much everyone as far as the data are concerned.
Thank you, Ben. Like you said a lot of nonsense before, but this, I have to say, this was good. You could have done 5 minutes of the actual message trying to convince people to get vaccinated and sharing stats like you can. You know you can. You can put up, a really good set of arguments so you can prove a point and persuade a lot of people. But you decided to waste 5 effing freaking minutes shaming the White House and shaming a TikToker because he looks different than you do. And then you spend only 10 to 15 seconds stating the fact that it's more likely to suffer and maybe to even die than to get the vaccine, which, chances of getting any adverse effect are actually low. So that was really helpful. So I want to thank you for that. You should do a little bit more than that. Honestly, you would be helping the country way more than just spreading, like hate and prejudice and shaming somebody and presenting that person as creepy or weird or, strange. You actually said literally that this person is strange, and we're going to see it on this clip now. Let's go to the clip.
That seems like that should be a better argument than here is a strange person from TikTok.
Let's play it again.
That seems like that should be a better argument than here is a strange person from TikTok.
And I'll give you that one. Yes, what you said is in an ideal setting where you have a bunch of people willing to listen about facts, about studies, about research, about medical, recommendations. Yes, an argument about logic and reason. Yes, that would be a much better argument. But to pivot and then say, oh, that would be a much better argument than to have a strange person from TikTok. What do you mean strange? Strange may come out of a different place in your mind. Sounds like that strange comes more out of some prejudice, some phobia. So we have one more video. Let's go to that one so we can wrap it up.
Posing with Jen Psaki and making bizarre jokes about vaccines while wearing fake nails and wearing a skirt and doing things that no one understands.
Man, what a way to wrap it up. Like, that's one of the last things that he said on that video on his show, pretty much, that, we had Jen Psaki with this TikToker posing, while having fake nails and a skirt, doing things that nobody understands. No one understands the actual attitude, like, the personality, the style, the skirt, the nails. Is that what you're talking about when you say doing things that nobody understands? It seems like it, because that's the context of your whole video. You spend a bunch of time shaming this person. So that's it, guys. I don't know. I may be taking this out of context. Some may say. I don't think so. I think, out of like a little bit over 5 minutes, Ben Shapiro spent most of it criticizing the White House and criticizing this person. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Leave me a comment, and I'll be following up on Ben Shapiro's channel. Hopefully he'll come up with an apology, so that he can let this influencer know that he was not trying to shame him or attack him, personally. It's just too much, man. It's just too much, man. You can do better, and you should do better. So, hey, I'm going to wrap it up. That's it for this show. Just, subscribe, follow, like this video, leave a comment. Let's start some interesting discussion so that we can try to come together as a country. This pandemic is going nowhere unless we all come together and start really supporting, the science, the medical community, the professionals that are telling us that we should get vaccinated so that we can have better chances of curbing, ending the pandemic, and, obviously surviving. So stay safe out there. Leave me some comments. I'll see you guys soon.